Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash. The home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees. They travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Third period, last game in the playoffs too. Oh, take me where the hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and a one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's my own design. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the world. There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we've almost made it. So sad they had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule the world. I see a red door and I want it into black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black.
I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes.
I see a line of cars and they are painted black, with flowers and my love both never to come back.
I see people turn their heads and quickly look away. Like a newborn baby, it just happens every day.
I look inside myself and see my heart is black. I see my red door, I must have it into black.
Maybe then I'll fade away and not have to face the facts. It's I could not foresee this thing happening to you. If I look hard enough into the setting sun, my love will laugh with me before the morning.
I see your dirty face hide behind your collar. What is done in vain? Truth is hard to swallow, so you pray to God to justify the way you live a lie, live a lie, live a lie. And you take your time, and you do your crime. Will you make your bed? I made mine. Because when I arrive, I bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher, what this is. Forgot, I must now remind you, let it rock, let it rock, let it rock. Now the son's disgrace, he who knew his father when he cursed his name, turned and chased the dollar, but it broke his heart, so he stuck his middle finger to the world, to the world, to the world. And you take your time, and you stand in line, where you'll get what's yours. I got mine. Because when I arrive, I'll bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher, what this is. Forgot, I must now remind you, let it rock, let it rock, let it rock. Yeah, Wayne's World, Planet Rock, panties drop, and the top. And she gon' rock till the camera stop. I sing about angels like Angel Eye. Rock, and pay my life. Rock, and Sam die. Rock, and Emma die, and Tamara. Why I'm in here like, what's up, mechanic me? I can fix you up, I can pick you up, I can get down. Shout it, we could go wherever, just pick a town. And my jewelry is louder than an engine sound. Big egg rocks like on the ground. Dirty like socks that's on the ground. We say, because when I arrive, I'll bring the fire, make you come alive. Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. Cause you're a sky full of stars. Cause you light up the park. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Cause in the sky full of stars, I think I saw you. Cause you're a sky full of stars. I wanna die in your arms. Cause you get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you
Colorado is coming to town. Our Sun Devils are going to melt them down. With the 3-game homestand this weekend, it's time to show them it's our town. They come from Mile High to meet their destruction in the desert. It's time for a push to the playoffs in Boston. ASU ACHA Hockey YouTube starts now!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ASU ACHA Hockey YouTube's presentation of ACHA Division I Men's Ice Hockey. I'm Brett Vaughn alongside my partner, Keanu Deguchi. Keanu, Arizona State came off hot off the blocks last night.
They certainly did. Talking to Coach Klein, he's looking for a consistent effort, throughout this whole weekend, starting with Thursday, finishing today. They didn't get that, obviously, on Thursday. Yesterday, a big win for them. They need to continue to build on that today. They're going to look to do that, and I think consistency really is the name of the game for this team. We've seen them kind of lull sometimes against teams that they should beat, and then other times come out and be absolute world beaters. So I think consistency is going to be key for this team from start to finish here, and if they want to get a W.
And for the visiting Colorado Buffaloes, you noticed something in their game that maybe they could change to limit opportunities for Arizona State.
Yeah, Colorado seems to be a strong team, when they're establishing themselves primarily, defensive zone coverage and wise. But, eating chances off the rush seemed to be what really killed them yesterday. They're really going to have to limit those chances off the rush. And one big way they can do that is establishing a good back check, picking up players, coming back, picking up bodies, picking up sticks. Man on man, it's going to limit chances for them and really give them a shot tonight.
Folks, last game for the weekend for Arizona State, and we'll have puck drop and starting lineups in just a couple minutes here on Arizona State Hockey YouTube. And before we have puck drop tonight, it's time to present tonight's starting goaltenders. For the visiting Buffs, it'll be again between the pipes, number 29, Liam O'Gwen. And for Arizona State, it'll be number 30, Eric Garber. As the final game is about to commence here on the weekend, Colorado still looking for their first win on the weekend road trip as they ended up losing last night to ASU and then the night previous to Grand Canyon University.
Hopefully we get a fast start here, Brett. ASU looking to create some havoc early here.
And it'll be the Buffs that end up picking the puck up, but they turned over to Damon Porter. Lackey unable to get the pass from Connor Tillman. DeBolt shielding the puck. Still with it now, back up to the point. Lackey to DeBolt. Nobody there on the redirection. Arizona State off to another hot start, similar to what they did in last night's contest, and that puck gets tripped up and out of play by Kate.
Well, it's definitely kind of the start that we were looking for from ASU there, establishing some offensive zone presence there, getting some quick pucks to the net, and getting their feet moving nice and early here. It's definitely the start that they're looking for.
Draw one by the Buffs. They end up turning it over. Clayton Lackey trying to strip it away. He finally does. Lackey to Porter, the one-timer fan. Still in front, and they score! That ferocious forecheck by Arizona State pays big. It's 1-0.
Well, we were talking about in the pregame, Brett. If Colorado was able to hunker down their defensive zone, they might stand a chance. Right now, just a little bit frantic in the defensive zone. Pucks flying everywhere, and ASU is able to capitalize on a big one right in front of the goal there. Kind of a little redirection shot there, and it kind of just trickles through goaltender O'Gwen.
And the defenseman for Colorado, Gosnell, almost had it stripped initially by Lackey, but it was that extra effort from the ASU forward creating that opportunity. Buffs trying to settle it down, but they turn it over to Cooch. Cooch still has it, shot off, blocked in front. Colorado a bit on their heels here. Another turnover out in front, and Kylie Ram misses wide. Marchand fans on the point shot, but he gets it down low. Cooch ends up falling to the floor and not getting the shot off. Plurd ends up taking a hard check, and that allows Ferguson for Colorado to gain the center ice line and chip it in. Plurd unable to get it out. Marchand trying to settle the bobbling puck. He does and gets it out to the neutral zone. Ice looks a little wet after the Zamboni, so both teams have to be careful of trying to stick Hinland out of their own zone. Cooch's shot on and tracked by O'Gwen, and we'll have a stoppage in play.
Well, Brett, behind the play, number 27, the captain of the Colorado Buffs, Quinn Shrapnel, seemed to kind of go down awkwardly a little bit, and he was slow getting up, heading back to the bench. That could be a big miss there for the Colorado Buffs. They're going to need that guy out there.
Treppel has played 19 games so far, entering in the weekend. Definitely a key contributor to that Buffs team as Young ends up getting taken down and looks to be illegally by a Colorado player.
Big chance for ASU here again early to just pile it on. Matthew Young just eating a big check over on the wall there, but doing well to draw the penalty, and ASU is going to go up on man here.
ASU wins that opening zone draw on the power play. Marchand's point shot misses wide. Comes around to Lackey. Plurd. Back to Connor Kruk. Marchand walks the line. Leaves it for Plurd. Plurd, cross seam pass, and that gets disrupted by Gosnell and out of play.
It's good penalty killing there from Gosnell, getting sticks in lanes, sticks in passing lanes, especially shooting lanes there, and tipping one up and out.
Colorado can't clear it. Marchand drops it for Lackey. Back to Marchand. Up, shooting, rebound in front, but it comes to a Colorado player, and dumping it down was Paxton Bunting. Quick up play by the goaltender Garber to Lackey on the far blue line, but pass wasn't clean, and they have to retrieve in the corner. Extra effort by the Buffs takes it out. The captain, Adam Trunco, dumps it in, and 60 seconds has passed on the man advantage opportunity for ASU. Stretch pass to Kruk. Ships it into the area for Plurd. Plurd ends up getting tangled up with down the corner. Kept in by Erdman. Slap shot on, still loose in front as Kruk jammed at the rebound. There was some open space over there, but no Sun Devils present. Both teams elect to go for a change and get some new players out on the ice sheet. Porter stops, waits. Down to Wyatt Palmer, who was out of last night's lineup. Erdman gets his pass taken away. Borgie could be all alone. Borgie on the backhand, and he scores.
Wow. Well, just like that, the script has flipped. Seemed to be all ASU from the get-go here. One odd man chance, one odd man rush, one breakaway, just changes that all up. It's tied 1-1. How about that?
Colorado being very opportunistic, ends up being their first shot of the game, and they end up scoring on it. ASU tries to get their wits back. They were playing really well, besides giving that great opportunity away. Jack Hosworth centering that in front. Franklin has to take it behind the net. Kruk ends up firing and taking a hard hit by Gold, and that shot goes wide. Colorado seems to have a little bit of life after that goal.
Definitely seem to be bringing the physical play today too, Brett.
Puck caught up in front of the penalty box. Hosworth goes D to D with Kruk. Gains the center ice line. Schultz will chip it in. O'Gwen trying to shepherd it out of his own zone. He does. And the Buffs chip it out. Erdman over to Tillman on the right side. Can't get the pass through. Buffs are there. It'll be Luke Gosnell taking it into his own hands and skating it out. Porter finds the puck in the scrum. A hard rim around to Lackey. Lackey tries to hesitate with the Colorado defender, but they go the other way. Blake Blevin sent out in front, and good poke check from the goaltender Garber of negating that passing opportunity. In the corner, Ian Erdman unable to connect with Tillman and just gets chipped out to the center ice line. Colorado does not get back on side, and will have a stoppage with 14-12 in the first period. Arizona State won the face-off, but they have to go back in their own zone. Marchand to Plurd. Kylie Ram rims it around. Marchand activating from the point. Still trying to chase after it. Ferguson has some trouble getting out, courtesy of Kylie Ram. They elect to go out the other way. This ASU forecheck again having some success on the shift. Cooch unable to center that pass, and Colorado just chips it out.
Well, that's more what ASU want to see. You know, chipping pucks deep, moving their feet, and getting to those pucks first.
Colorado dumps it in as they finish off a change. Foy's by himself out there for the Buffs. Olsen leaving it for Cooch as now ASU is trying to buy some time on the Colorado forecheck. Turned over at the offensive blue line for ASU. Gets dumped all the way down, but a little too much, and he'll go for an icing.
Well, still just a one shot on goal for the Buffaloes here, but no shortage of physical play out there from them. They're definitely throwing the weight around and looking to shake some pucks loose and looking to create some opportunities for themselves.
Hosworth, quick shot on, gets blocked in front. Schultz to Kruk. That gets centered, but intercepted. Pashenik was trying to find McConaughey, but end up not connecting. Hard on the forecheck is Pashenik. Shot on from Borgie, and that hits the leg of Tanner Schultz, and it'll go out of play.
Good job by Tanner Schultz there, being man-to-man, tight on the puck, you know, giving up no chances there. That's mainly the reason, right? There's only one shot on goal still there.
Kruk over to his key partner Hosworth, gives it right back. Franklin unable to handle a pass from Kruk. Hosworth just gets his stick out in front as Pashenik was right there. Dump in right on the goaltender O'Gwen, and he'll be forced to freeze it with 12:15 left in this first period of play.
Well, Brett, we talked about consistency coming into this game. ASU's looking like they're putting forth a high-energy effort so far. You know, unlucky to give up a breakaway and just one shot on goal, one goal, you know, but they look on it today so far.
Keller retrieving the puck. He cycles it down to Plurd. Plurd working his way up. He'll cycle it back down. Palmer trying to hurry and get there. He does. Ends up giving a heavy check to a Buffs player. Gold having some trouble trying to get the puck. Rims it around. Palmer locks horns with Gosnell, and the puck will just squirt out to the neutral zone. Neath-Lanik over to Alex Hartman. Buffs with a couple of tape-to-tape passes entering the offensive zone. Gold unable to release it as Ian Erdman dishes out some physicality. Dow can't keep it in, and Buffs have to touch up. Erdman, a tough one-hopper for O'Gwen, but he snags it. Seemed to me on that shift, Keanu, Wyatt Palmer was all over the place, agitating the Colorado players.
Yeah, Wyatt Palmer, you know, he likes to get under his skin sometimes. I've seen it before. Why not throw around a little weight, you know, maybe get someone off their game, and, well, you know, a quick power play for them. How about that?
Arizona State on the power play is a 2-minute minor penalty to Gold. Sun Devils try to work on it for the second time in this period. Lackey shot gets redirected in front. O'Gwen will freeze it. 1:46 remaining on the power play.
Well, it'd be big if ASU can capitalize here, Brett. You know, they've seemingly controlled a lot of the play so far. Great defensive zone presence for them, and see if they just top it off with a goal here.
Try to get that one-goal lead back. Marchand. Shot three, scores! Marchand walks the line, and he snipes the goaltender, O'Gwen, having no chance, and restores the lead.
And he stares down that Colorado bench with a little bit of attitude. How about that? We called for a goal, we got a goal. Exactly what they wanted there. A big laser shot from Marchand at the top there. Too much traffic in front for O'Gwen, and that one's going to find the corner and in the net. How about that? 2-1 ASU.
And it's important for any defenseman watching the game at home that Marshawn didn't try and dust it off and do a hard slap shot. He ended up electing for the quick release, and it paid off. As both teams have traded a couple goals early in this first period. Already 3 scored so far, and we're not even halfway done. Kruk gets a touch pass from Lackey, looking for the rebound, but Porter ends up taking a bad angle to the rebound, and he'll have to retrieve it. Lackey, one-timer from Connor Tillman, misses wide. Lackey on the back check, intercepts the pass, but he gets it taken away, though, from Pashenik, but ends up falling to the floor, and he'll be a little too tired and go for a change. Farrow takes it by himself, absorbs the check from Marshawn, him and Lackey in the corner. Ends up throwing Lackey down, does Farrow. DiDemizio in there for the Buffs, too. Refs looking at that puck diligently, but not blowing the whistle down. It finally moves. DiDemizio ends up getting taken down behind the net. Centering pass goes out into the corner. Gosnell, snapshot on, and Garber was able to make the leg stop. Kept in again by the Buffs. DiDemizio cycles it up to Blevins. Blevins with it, wrist shot on, blocked by Olsen. Porter near the end of his shift. Almost connected there with Marshawn, but the redirection just misses. Kylie Ram waits, shot on, puck still loose in front, and Ogwen's able to snag the rebound, and we'll have a stoppage.
Good job from ASU there. They get a little defensive pressure there. Get a couple block shots in there. See them trying to chip the puck high and out. You know, doing the simple things to get out of your zone there. That's exactly what you got to be doing in these situations, and that's going to put you in the offensive zone and now set up with an offensive zone faceoff for themselves here.
Plurd wins it clean. DeBolt, Erdman. Point shot goes wide. Kylie Ram drops it for Cooch. Cooch trying to give it right back. Plurd has to react quickly. He does. Puck just kept in by Erdman. Ladles it over to DeBolt. DeBolt snapshot on. Rebound in front. Plurd trying to shoot it on the wraparound. He does, but he misses wide. DeBolt chips it out. Cooch might be the first one there. Nope, it'll be Ogwen. Plays it around the net. Kylie Ram unable to seal the wall off. Hosworth fresh off the bench. Goes D to Kruk. Flared has it on the right side. Ends up getting the puck poked away momentarily. He's trying to retrieve it. Ferguson pops out with it. And it just gets over the blue line. Could be a poor change for Colorado. If ASU hurries. Plurd to Kruk. Kruk. Area pass. Centers out in front to Hosworth with space. Schultz! Oh, an unbelievable stop by Ogwen. And another one as he goes into splits as he robs Schultz on the one-timer.
Wow. Ogwen keeping Colorado in it there. That was a big chance from ASU. Looked like could have easily been slammed home, but Ogwen just flying out of nowhere across the crease there, making a brilliant save.
Ogwen, definitely the busiest goaltender out of both, as he's had to face 14 shots to 2 for Eric Garber and Arizona State. Kate, cross-corner chip, gets possession back to ASU. 7:15 in this first period. 2-1 Sun Devils. Osworth backs up, trying to give it over to Phillips. Phillips giving a rough ride into the corner as he can't get control of that puck. Working hard in the corner, Sean Phillips, Franklin, Olsen waits for it. Shot block, but he's able to react and get the puck back. Franklin. Olsen at the point. Indirect play. Ogwen poking at it, keeping it away from his crease. Ice has been tilted so far in this first period inside that zone of Colorado, but they break out. East Atlantic's slap shot blocked away by Garber. Turnover, back to East Atlantic, centers that in front, goes through the crease. Colorado has to touch up as a couple of Buff players go for a change. Franklin, soft chip in, allows now Arizona State to make a change. Bolt slowing the play down. Lackey to Keller, but he turns it over. Borgie, the goal scorer for Colorado. Pashenik's shot blocked by DeBolt. Hartman, the defenseman, unable to keep it in. Now he's getting harassed by Keller. Keller trying to get that puck back. He does. Centers it in front, but Palmer was just behind the net. McConaughey around Kruk. Rim pass, unable to be kept in by defenseman Dow. As play's starting to open up a little bit now. Pashenik, pass to himself. Still with the Pashenik. Ends up beating a hard check from Palmer. McConaughey trying to walk out of the corner. He can't as he's getting shown to the boards by Erdman. Palmer trying to chip it out, and he does. Ferguson fakes the shot. Now elects to shoot it from the short angle side and saved by Garber. Ferguson out in front, and Borgie just skated past it. Dow's slap shot saved by Garber, and Garber makes another stop, and he'll elect to freeze it with 4:38 in the first period.
Well, Eric Garber looking alert early here after a tough one. You know, breakaway nice and early. He hasn't seen a shot yet, but seems like he's settling into this one here. He's starting to find his footing, starting to feel some pucks, and looking like he's starting to feel good out there.
Draw one by ASU. The cross ice pass by Connor Kruk gets intercepted. Cooch circles in, and he was a little too eager as Elliot Plurd was trying to get back on side, and the faceoff will be just outside of Arizona State's offensive zone. Linesman making sure that the two wingers behind him stay on their side of the ice. Face-off is made. Buffs control it in their own end. Pate off the skates of DeMizio, and we'll have to try and get that puck back. Kruk pinning him to the wall, and they get tangled up. Looks to be a delayed penalty call, and we'll finally have the whistle.
Well, I don't know if Kruk ever saw that puck at all, but he was going straight for the man there. Puck just sitting a little bit behind him, and you know, I think you just got to play the puck a little bit more there, and you got caught a little bit there. But ASU's done a good job of getting in front of shots so far today. I think, you know, they've been diligent about that. They're going to need more of it here to keep themselves out in front.
So it'll be Colorado's first power play of the game. They win the draw. Gosnell shot on, and that'll fly through. Ferguson fakes it. McConaughey doesn't like the shot. Gets it back from Ferguson. Shot on, blocked by Marchand, but Buffs still control it. Gosnell, his shot. Garber makes a save, but can't handle the rebound, and it's finally frozen, and we'll have a couple of extracurricular activities after the whistle.
Well, we got a little melee, a little pushing and shoving in front of the net here. No short of any action.
And definitely some of that animosity from last night's game coming into this one. You always usually see that on those back-to-back weekend matchups.
Looks like we'll be evening up here, sending in a pair from each team there. Numbers should not change at all. I think still just a 5-on-4 power play here for Colorado.
And the linesmen are trying to do their best to keep both teams on the cooler side of things, and they'll even be putting a couple more guys in the box of trying to keep things under control. Got to give credit to the referees.
Just a lot of jawing back and forth, what it looks like from up here, Brett, but, you know, refs got to keep it under control, and seems to be the best way they can there.
Where it seemed to be a flying fast first period, we have things halted due to that skirmish in front of the goaltender Garber, and I think you're right, Keanu. Either way, it'll still be a 5-on-4 for Colorado.
Yeah, no worse for the wear, just putting a couple in the box, dishing out a little bit of discipline.
Draw one by Colorado. Kate, Trunco. Back to Kate, Trunco. Trying to fit that pass through, and it's a active stick by Lackey, negating the pass. Olsen can't clear it out, but it's whistled down. Not sure exactly what it is. Maybe the far side linesman might have made the call that he didn't keep it in.
Yeah, I think that puck just snuck out, maybe half an inch or so.
Olsen, Marchand's got to get rid of that puck quick. He does, but only out to the red line. 3 minutes remain in the first period. 2-1 Arizona State lead, and things are starting to heat up on the ice between both of these teams. Little too much stick handling by Nislanik, and he has to retreat back in his own zone. Hard check from Porter on that dump in by Colorado. Garber can't clear it out of his own zone, but it's an errant pass doing the job of that. Lackey collects the poor pass by Colorado. Lackey still with it, saucers it over to Erdman. Erdman down low, and the redirection from Porter, still loose in front. And 10 seconds remain on the power play for Colorado.
O'Gwen just wanting to keep that puck going. Might have been a little bit more wise to just cover that one and get a whistle, but he wants to see his team continue his power play and keep moving on, but we're back to even strength now.
Dump in on Garber. That puck's bouncing all over the place as it's near the end of the period, and ice is chewed up. Erdman tracks onto it and ends up having to absorb a tough check from Ferguson. Both teams trying to fight for possession. Puck now comes in the ASU zone. 90 seconds left in the first period of play. Plurd gets around Blevins, hits the brakes as he saw a couple of Buffs players there. Didn't like the numbered situation, so he wisely takes it back to DeBolt. Plurd gets it back from DeBolt. Tillman plays it down low. Took a funny hop off the boards, and it'll come to a Colorado stick. It's a 2-on-1. Blevins, Farrow with it, and he skates past the net. One-timer shot misses wide from Dow. 50 seconds now left in this first period. In the corner, Blevins to Farrow. Farrow shielding the puck away, trying to work it up to his defenseman. It gets taken away. Now it could be odd man rush for ASU. Cooch with Tillman. Cooch couldn't fit the pass through to Tillman back door. Plurd with it now. Plurd wrist shot on, but he fans on it. Osworth eats the check, dumps it in. Ferguson skates out of his own zone. Kruk denies entry by the Arizona State bench. Trunco, 5 seconds left. Centers that one in front by goal. Puck sitting there loose in front of the goaltender Garber, and that'll do it for the first period.
Well, ASU slightly lucky there. Get out of the period up 1. I think 2 absolutely golden opportunities for Colorado there with about maybe 45 seconds left. 2-on-1 there, and 1 just sitting out the side of the net. But, you know, they weren't able to capitalize on those chances. They go begging, and ASU, I think a lot of positives from the period, but they need to, you know, continue to work off those and build off those and come out strong with an even stronger second period.
Both teams will regroup during this intermission, and we'll get a breather as well. We'll bring you live second period action here on Arizona State Hockey YouTube in just under 15 minutes. At the end of 1 period of play, Arizona State 2, Colorado 1. This is Arizona State Hockey YouTube.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash. The home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees. They travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Third period, last game in the playoffs too. Oh, take me where the hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and a one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep,
black, with flowers and my love both never to come back. I see people turn their heads and quickly look away. Like a newborn baby, it just happens every day. I look inside myself and see my heart is black. I see my red door, I must have it into black. Maybe then I'll fade away and not have to face the facts. It's not easy facing up when your whole world is black. No more will my green seagull turn a deeper blue. I could not foresee this thing happening to you. If I look hard enough into the setting sun, my love will laugh with me before the morning. I see your dirty face hide behind your collar. What is done in vain? Truth is hard to swallow, so you pray to God to justify the way you live a lie, live a lie, live a lie. And you take your time, and you do your crime. Well, you made your bed, I made mine. Because when I arrive, I'll bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher, what this is. For God, I must now remind you, let it rock, let it rock, let it rock. Now the son's disgraced, he who knew his father when he cursed his name, turned and chased the dollar, but it broke his heart, so he stuck his middle finger to the world, to the world, to the world. And you take your time, and you stand in line, where you'll get what's yours. I got mine. Because when I arrive, I'll bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher, what this is. For God, I must now remind you, let it rock, let it rock, let it rock. Yeah, Wayne's World, Planet Rock, Penny Strap, and the top. And she gon' rock to the camera stop. I sing about angels like Angel Eye, rock, and Pay My Life, rock, and Sam Die, and Emma and Tamara. Why I'm in here like, what's up, mechanic me? I can fix you up, I can you up, I can get down. Shout it, we could go wherever, just pick a town. And my jewelry is louder than an engine sound. Big egg rocks like on the ground, dirty like socks that's on the ground. We say, because when I arrive, I'll bring the fire, make you come alive.
Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. Cause you're a sky full of stars. Cause you light up the park. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Cause in the sky,
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ASU ACHA Hockey YouTube's presentation of ACHA Division I Men's Ice Hockey. I'm Brett Vaughn alongside my partner, Keanu Deguchi. And Keanu, it got a little feisty there near the end of the first period.
Yeah, it was a fun one. It's a fun first period. You know, ASU really came out, showed some great dominance. You know, I think after 10 minutes there was only maybe a shot or two on the board for Colorado. But yeah, there was some heavy hitting out there. You know, some tempers flaring. Couple late chances. This game's got everything so far.
Both teams switch to the opposite ends of the ice, and so we'll have that long change. ASU wins the draw. Erdman headmans it to Lackey, but they get collected by Kate. Tries ice pass. Finds Trunco. Trunco's quick snapshot on, misses wide. Kept in by Kate, and that flash screen came through, but Garber is able to find it.
Well, that's definitely a lot different of a start to this period. You know, a lot quicker start for Colorado there to get in the ASU zone, establish some dominance there, and get a quick shot on goal. It's definitely kind of the direction they need to be looking to keep playing towards here.
Buffs throw it back down. Comes around the boards. Came over to Foy, but he couldn't release the shot. Trunco over to Bunting. Bunting protecting it, but he gets a rough ride into the boards by Erdman. Lackey gets the pass from Tillman on the right-hand side. His forehand stops. Finds Marchand. Touch pass to Tillman, but he just has to whack it down the corner. ASU trying to go to work on the forecheck. Marchand point shot on. He scores! As it looks to be a deflection, as Porter looks to be the one that's going to be going through the line first.
How about that? Once, twice. Marchand from the point. Just slinging it at the net. That's all you got to do, huh? Puts one on goal and let the rest out there do the work. A nice deflection. And another goal there for ASU. But once again, that's Marchand with the second time just setting a nice, quick laser. As Brett led to, not a big bomb, just something that can be redirected, change the path of, and it's working for him.
And that goal is going to be Damon Porter's, as he got that deflection on it. And that's the key thing, is trying to get that shot through. It doesn't matter how hard the shot is if there's somebody or a defender in the shooting lane.
Absolutely. Marchand showing that he's got some great skill in that, finding good lanes and lasering them.
And now the momentum might continue, as now Arizona State's going to be back to work on the power play. McConaughey, the first one there, as he can't clear it, courtesy of Kylie Ram. Porter, the Bolts, wrist shot on, misses high. The Bolt walks the line, drops it to Kylie Ram on the half wall. Touch play, gets it back from Porter. Center out in front. Porter trying to get it to his stick, he can't. Olsen to DeBolt. Gets it back, wrist shot on, and that time it was deflected by Palmer and up into the netting.
Well, this is a big power play for ASU, Brett. If they can score here, it might start to put some doubt in the minds of Colorado. Let some doubt creep in there. 3 goals might just be a little too big to overcome over the rest of this game. So,
and it looked to be Palmer who was stationed in front of the goaltender O'Gwen as they got into it with each other, and so looks to be both the goalie, who, since he's out there on the ice and is the only player with goaltending equipment, ends up electing somebody from the bench to have to serve that. And Palmer's going to be heading as well.
refs running a tight shift tonight here, Brett. They're not taking anything from anyone. They're saying, you go to the box.
And it's crazy how chippy it is, because usually, if that's the case, it kind of built up over time, but we're seeing it so early as we saw it start in the first period, and now it's picking up again here in the second.
Yeah, they seem like they're maybe just trying to nip in the bud before anything gets too crazy here. You know, maybe just a couple slight melees in front of the net, nothing too wild. You know, a couple big hits here and there, but I don't think we've overly seen tempers boil. But that might just be because of the work of the refs here. You know, they're just trying to keep it low.
So it'll still be a 5-on-4 opportunity for ASU. Minute and 20 left on the man advantage. Marchand, wrist shot on, and Ogwin had to be careful, and it seems that Arizona State's not minding taking those long-range shots from the blue line.
Oh, there he is again, Brett. Marchand. That guy's shifty up there and not afraid to sling them.
The Kelowna, British Columbia native, has had some success for Arizona State tonight. He has it again, snapshot high. And Ogwin had to use the glove and the blocker to make sure that one's secured.
Well, they're giving it to him all day, and that might be their biggest mistake. He's going to keep taking it, and sooner or later he's going to keep making him pay.
It'll be important for Colorado, although they're down a man, to try and clear the traffic for the goaltender to have a clear line of vision. Arizona State wins the draw again. Colorado's been unable to clear the puck out on this penalty kill. Marchand settles the puck down. Lackey gets it right back. Marchand takes the shot. Now gets it back. He shoots it now. Kruk in front. Rebound, jamming at it, and Ogwin down low, covering anything that could sneak through the leg pads.
ASU's doing a great job here on this power play. They're creating all kinds of chances. They're throwing at the net from all kinds of angles, you know, batting away rebounds, doing whatever it takes to try to get it done here, get a goal.
Face-off still unable to be cleared out by the Buffs. Connor Tillman drops it for Plurd. Lackey keeps it in. Shot on, and that hits a Aaron stick and up and out of play. And there'll be about 31 seconds remaining on the penalty to Pashenik. Puck picked up by Peterson, and he just gets it out as Marchand has to skate backwards with the puck. ASU wasn't sure which guy was going to grab it as that puck was sitting between three Sun Devil players, and Colorado will clear it down. Marchand skates it in himself, still with it on the backhand. Tillman shot on, and that's blocked by Nislanik. Shooting it was Plur, but that squirts out into the corner. Colorado back to even strength. Tillman with some space. Fumbles the puck, has to play it back down. But it gets turned over to McConaughey. McConaughey relieving the pressure. Pashenik's shot, and that rebound is deflected up and out of play by Garber.
Well, ASU needs to keep the momentum up here off that power play. They found all kinds of chances, all kinds of offensive zone time. That's exactly what they needed to nip that Colorado pressure early in the bud. Now they just need to continue to build off of it, find themselves back in offensive zone, and keep hacking away at it.
Shot misses high from Blevins in the corner. Cooch has to work it back in his own zone, trying to get some help from his defenseman. He does. Kylie Ram tips it in. Ogwin comes out of his crease and has to be diligent with it. He shepherds in the corner. Blevins runs into Erdman, but he gets the puck in. Farrow looking for that redirection shot, and Demizio wasn't there in time. Ferguson has space, the wrist shot on, and Garber was able to track it, and that's a tricky one where the shooter tries to use the defenseman for the goaltender as a built-in screen.
Yeah, Garber doing an excellent job tracking that puck. Never easy when the puck's just coming through a defenseman at any angle. You don't really know what angle that's at.
Shot on from Gosnell, and that took a wicked hop behind the net. Foy, that puck somehow trickles through the crease and comes out the other side. Gosnell has to throw it back in, and then the Buffs have to touch back onside. Kylie Ram has 2 Buffs on him. He works it to the weak side to Kruk. Kruk, chip off the glass, but it'll go to Gosnell. Both teams trying to find it. Kylie Ram looking for the stretch pass, but it's turned over to Gosnell, and he has some speed. Gosnell shot. Garber denies it. Hartman shot blocked in front. Trunco with it. Wrist shot on, and Garber will make the stop. Good time to stop the play for Arizona State as they had some trouble getting out of their own zone on that shift.
Yeah, allow them to get a change here, get some of the dudes they want out there. Some of the personnel that they think are going to get them down the ice here.
Draw one by Arizona State. Porter on the right side, shielding it in front to Franklin. Franklin shot on, and as he released it, looked like the net came off its moorings.
Well, that was interesting, Brett. That looked like the D-man Johnny Peterson there kind of just got caught up, backing up into the zone there, playing the 2-on-1, kind of just ran to his goaltender there. But they're bringing this face-off outside of the zone. That one's beyond me.
Referee looks to be signaling to the Arizona State bench that the defender for Colorado was pushed into his own goaltender, which is why the face-off's outside.
That's one that I missed, Brett.
Olsen, cross-corner chip. Keller can't get there. Marchand stands up gold at the center ice line. Olsen has to be careful as Pashenik is right there. With the puck, Keller trying to find Franklin, but Franklin's stick was lifted. Marchand trying to keep it in, he does. It'll fall to Keller. Keller on his backhand. Porter trying to follow up with it, he can't. And the Buffs go the other way. Olsen and McConaughey lock horns in the corner. Olsen unable to get it out. Marchand intercepting the pass. Looking for a lane. He tries to fit it through 3 Colorado players, and he's unable to. Olsen steps it out. Ends up running into his own player, Porter, and he'll go for a change. DiMizio with the puck. Shielding it. Now run around to Ferguson. Haven't had a whistle in a couple minutes or so as both teams have been changing on the fly. Ferguson. Icing waved off. Play continues. Connor Tillman with it to Plurd on the right side with space. Plurd drops it. Tillman trying to find Lackey backdoor. Erdman follows up, and that shot's blocked by Hartman. Tillman can't keep the puck in. Go back in his own zone. DeBolt. Hard rim around. In the corner. Number 20, Fred Farrow. Farrow with the puck. And it's a delayed penalty call against Colorado. Arizona State trying to get the extra attacker on. Lackey dropping it, but ends up getting touched by Foy.
Well, Sun Devil coverage in defensive zone there got a little bit loose. Seemed to spring almost 2 guys just openly in front of their own net. But just a quick kind of backhand shovel chance kind of put that one away, and looked like it could have been something a little bit more dangerous. But changing the fortunes here, ASU able to draw a penalty and go up a man.
Ends up being a tripping call in the offensive zone by the Buffs, and that awards Arizona State another power play, which they've had success on so far. Lackey. Marchand fakes the shot. Now he shoots, but that's blocked by Foy. Pollard doesn't have a passing lane. He works it down to Kruk. Gets it right back from him. Marchand with it, shot on, and that was a deflected away from a Colorado defenseman. Lackey, backdoor shot, and he scores! Wait a minute. Referees having to counsel with each other as it looked to be as the shot was being released, the net might have gone off.
I think that's a good goal, Brett. That thing was wired for the top corner, and that's where it was always going.
And I think it is going to be a goal. Keanu, you were right as both referees were talking to each other, and looked like the back referee maybe overruled the one that was near the net, and now it's going to count.
Yep, absolutely. Net getting knocked off. Looked like it was being knocked off by goaltender Liam O'Gwen. And subsequently, yeah, that's a goal all day.
What an unbelievable shot by Clayton Lackey. That was a short angle, and he really had not too much space to fit it in.
Unbelievable.
So Arizona State capitalizes on the power play, and they push their lead to 3. Kylie Ram trying to center that pass, but it'll pop out. And looks to be Hosworth got tangled up with Pasenik. And now it'll be an ASU player heading to the box.
Yeah, players out here got to be careful. We're seeing more and more penalties called as this game goes on. Ref's not afraid to make a call here.
So now it'll be a Buffalo power play. Centered out in front, Pasenik. Pasenik still with it. Loose. Referee hasn't blown it down yet. Puck's still loose. Can't be cleared. Shot on, and Garber without the stick. Flashes of leather.
That's other chaos right there. Goalie's down and out, puck's in the crease. People are flopping around just looking for the puck. How'd that thing stay out? I don't know. And great recovery from Eric Garber to get up, find the subsequent shot there, and get his team a whistle. That was insane.
Play continues. Man, I thought the fire department was maybe going to show up in the parking lot after that fire drill by ASU, but they keep it out. Ferguson, one-timer from Gosnell. Trying to get it back. He just keeps it in. Now Ferguson, the one-timer shot, misses. Gosnell kept to the outside by DeBolt. Now tries to work it the other way. Centered out in front, and Garber is able to intercept the pass. And a minute and 19 left on the man advantage for Colorado.
It's looking like a tough penalty kill out of the gate here so far, Brett. ASU just needs to hunker down, just create that tight little box, stay in passing and shooting lanes here, and just wait this one out and hopefully get this thing killed.
Buffaloes win the draw. Quick point shot on from Kate, and the rebound goes to the corner. Kate. They're crossing Ferguson, and his shot on as he was looking for the redirection by Nislanik, but that goes wide. Shot on by Trunka, rebound in front, still loose, and DeBolt can clear it for ASU.
Well, that's just about as dangerous as we have seen Colorado so far. Able to set up here on this power play, and they're creating chance after chance.
Koo trying to settle the puck down as he might be able to get a shooting opportunity, but he can't. Trunko takes it down the other end. Button hook. Now to Peterson. Peterson. He'll pivot back, and point shot on gets deflected, but into an ASU player. Runs around the other side. Marchand dumps it down 200 feet. And 10 seconds remain on the minor penalty to Hosworth. Ferguson on the left-hand side. Stops, waits, shoots, but misses, and ASU is now back to full strength. In the corner, Olsen trying to look for some help from his teammates. He doesn't, and now it's a delayed penalty call. Marchand will touch it up, and he's the guilty party.
Well, I'm telling you, these refs are looking to call anything and everything now, and the slightest of shoves from Ty Marchand there, and he's heading to the box, and that smells trouble here for ASU as they were just eating chance after chance on this last penalty kill. Need to do a little bit better job on trying to get to a loose puck or clearing pucks just in general.
So ASU back to the penalty kill. And they're completing a change as Porter's heading off the ice. Draw one by the Buffs as they've definitely gotten a lot of practice as they were just on the power play. Point shot blocked by Kruk. McConaughey gets it back from Ferguson. Gosnell shot on, and Garber's able to make the stop. Interesting, Keanu, as we notice up here that referees are really calling any sort of big physical play. How, as a player, you have to change your game style?
You know, you really just got to move your feet more. You got to be, you know, first the pucks. You got to put decisions on them, on the Colorado players, you know, to go out there and do the dumb things, you know, make penalties. And
Ferguson down in the corner. McConaughey gets pinned up by Hosworth. Lackey's able to help out, but he clears it into the Colorado bench. And by moving your feet, that means you're going to be the first one to the puck, which then forces your opponent to be the one that has to be a little more physical and possibly get a penalty.
absolutely.
Almost 40 seconds has passed on the penalty for ASU, and Lackey looked like he wasn't ready for it, and referee noticed that, and so he whistles it down to have a proper face-off.
Well, I think we're noticing this Colorado power play is pretty lethal.
Ferguson, touch pass over, and a beautiful pass, as that was Pashnik finding Borgie first second of the game.
It's been chance after chance after chance for this power play unit, and it really felt like sooner after later they were going to find the back end net. They absolutely did. What a play from them there.
And as Colorado was on the power play for what it almost seemed about 4 minutes and change, you definitely get a little more comfortable with the lanes you're seeing and either passing or shooting, and it looked like they're more comfortable there.
Well, the obvious key for ASU here is going to be staying out of the box after seeing that power play.
So Colorado cuts the lead down to 2 after that goal from Borgie. Kylie Ram protecting that puck, but he ends up dumping it down, but icing's waved off. Cooch in there for ASU, lays the lumber down. Buffaloes are able to chip it out. Erdman with it, but he forces his partner for DeBolt to retrieve it back. DeBolt gets around one, but he can't get around Gold. Islanik. Kylie Ram has it. Now it's a 2-on-1, maybe a 3-on-1 for ASU. Kylie Ram waiting, delaying, still with it. Center's in front, and O'Gwen was able to stop the pass from going through. Oh, and a big hit from Marchand, and that time it was on Islanik. Deemed to be a clean check, though, and he'll still have the puck. Marchand, as Colorado's making a change. ASU unable to make him pay, and Cooch collides with Dow in front of the goaltender, so now it's going to be another ASU penalty.
Just more of the same here, Brett. More of the same. Pushing, shoving away from the puck. It's got to be nipped in the bud. You got to stay away from it because they're looking to call it every time, and right now it's hurting you big time.
Colorado already scoring once on the power play, get to work again. As you can maybe see that momentum possibly shifting in favor of Colorado with all these power plays. They win the opening draw. McConaughey back door, and Trunco looking for another one, and we'll have a whistle. And it's going to be a high sticking call. Not sure if it's a penalty or just more of a high touch.
I think that one's a high touch, Brett. I think he touched his own elected one-timer there. Did.
Ferguson skates it in, trying to retrieve the dump in himself. Olsen's there. In the corner, Olsen trying to get back up to his feet. Phillips is in there as well. ASU doesn't mind this, trying to kill off some clock on the penalty. At the point is Borgie. Shot on from McConaughey, misses high. Gosnell can keep it in. 40 seconds has passed on the minor penalty to Cooch. Pashanik waits, goes to the other side to Borgie. Gets it back. Marchand trying to jump on it to get the puck, but he can't. Borgie still with it, behind the net. Ferguson, shot on, misses high. ASU reeling a little bit, unable to clear their lines. Ferguson. McConaughey having some trouble, and Olsen's trying to engage with him. McConaughey doing a good job, though, shielding the puck, but he turns it over to Marchand. He can't clear it. Gosnell now. And the skates of McConaughey, and that maybe allow possibly one ASU player to make a change if they hurry. Phillips overskates the puck. Marchand jumps on it. He's by himself. Marchand still with it, unable to deke around Ferguson, and now Colorado with a 3-on-2. McConaughey shot, kneeling block, rebound in front, shot missed by Ferguson. That could have been costly for ASU on that turnover. Ferguson, 3 seconds remain on the Cooch penalty. He steps back onto the ice. Shot misses high from McConaughey, and the puck just gets over the blue line and allows ASU to try and get a control breakout. Stretch pass to Clayton Lackey. Drops it to Plurd. Plurd shot on, blocked by Ferguson. And looks to be a hand pass, which is where we'll have the whistle and a couple of dangerous chances for both teams near the end of that shift.
Well, you talk about a change of momentum, Brett. That's definitely what we're seeing here. ASU goes up by 3 goals. We think that, that could be what they need to push them past this Colorado team. And then just some errant penalties really kind of costing them here the momentum. And not the lead so far, but they keep taking them. They could be.
Hosworth trying to find Lackey on the side. Oh, it took a weird hop in front of O'Gwen. He had trouble trying to bat it down. Maybe in retrospect, he would have just let that puck go, but doesn't end up costing him there. Hosworth leaving it for Porter. Porter trying to recognize he's the man that needs to get the puck out. He does. Now to Clayton Lackey. It's a 2-on-1. He has Tillman. Lackey over to Tillman, but just have the reach for him. Tillman trying to center that for Hosworth. Doesn't get through. Shot from Tillman goes wide. It's a free breakout for Colorado. Blevins trying to force ASU back in their own zone. Hosworth turns it over, but it's in the neutral zone. Kruk ends up mashing bodies with Farrow, and Farrow gets the better of that exchange. Now to Damon Porter. He's got time. He's got space. Porter with it. Wrist shot. Now to Tillman. Tillman trying to get the shot through, and a back-checking Blevins is able to pick it off. Lackey, short angle shot, trying to bank it off the goalie. He can't. DeBolt. In the corner, it's turned over. Blevins and Farrow, 2-on-1. Erdman back. Shot on rebound. It was juicy, but and a couple of bodies go down. Maybe 2 penalties here. We'll see what the call is. To be an interference call, and possibly a much needed call, as if Clayton Lackey didn't take that Colorado player down, he might have had a wide open net on the rebound.
Yeah, big 2-on-1 there for Colorado. A low far shot off the far pad of Eric Garber creates a big juicy rebound on the backside of the net there, and Clayton Lackey having to subsequently take down his man. And that'll put Colorado on another power play.
Seems to be that they've been on the power play almost half this period. Ferguson to Gosnell, his shot misses high. McConaughey. Left side, that'll come over to the corner. Gosnell. Ferguson. Shot through to blocks that one. Gosnell, shot on, takes a wicked hop and goes into the other side. Puck will find Borgie. Borgie cycles it down low. Gosnell. Ferguson with the touch pass to McConaughey. Backdoor. Oh, and the golden opportunity. ASU unable to clear it. Pashanuk that time just couldn't get good wood on it, or else that might have been a tap in. Point shot from Gosnell goes high. 55 seconds remain, and it's a tired ASU penalty killing group out there. Gosnell dusting it off, shot on, rebound in front, couple whacks at it, and we'll have some commotion in front of the goaltender Garber.
Well, the organization of this Colorado power play, Brett, is honestly extremely impressive. They're moving the puck like absolute butter out there. You know, cross crease, cross ice, you know, it doesn't matter. They're finding the open man, and they're just letting it fly.
Especially near the end of a period where the ice is significantly chewed up, and that pass on the ice isn't going to be as smooth as it is at the start of a period.
Yeah, it's incredible. They know how to run the power play. That's for absolute sure.
ASU is able to get a breather and get a fresh group of penalty killers out. Phillips wins the draw. Olsen can't clear it. It'll pop out to Kate. Kate walks in and fires one, but didn't get a redirection. Peterson on the left side waiting. Peterson dropping it. Farrow. Trunco, swap spots. One-timer shot from Kate, and Garber was able to track that moving from right to left.
That's how good this power play is. Those are seemingly chances that you want Colorado probably taking there. You know, really, all you can do here is kind of be tight, take away passes, and just try to get in front of shots here.
One by Colorado. Kate, another point shot on, and Garber is able to fight through the traffic and track it into his glove. 12 seconds left on the penalty to Lackey.
Talked about block shots early in this game in the first period. ASU doing a wonderful job at that, but right now it just seems like anything being shot in this power play is getting through.
Kate having some trouble keeping it in. He gets some help from Trunco. Peterson. As Lackey comes out of the box, could be odd man rush. Lackey, 3-on-1. Lackey, backdoor, Schultz. Oh, man. What a stop, O'Gwen, but I think that might be more on Schultz, as if he shot that more over to the left post, that probably was going in.
That's one that Tanner Schultz is definitely going to want back, Brett. A big save there from O'Gwen, but just sitting on that back door, waiting to tap that thing home. Just puts kind of the wrong angle on it, just sends it back the other way, back towards O'Gwen, but that's definitely one that Tanner Schultz wants back. He knows he'll have that in the back of the net next time.
Olsen's point shot. Rebound in front. Foy will take it out. Marchand out of the reach for Lackey. Icing waved off. Gosnell. Fans on the clearing attempt. Now it's Lackey. Puck not settling down. Bunting gives it back. Now to Foy. 50 seconds remain in the second period. Centered out in front. Sitting in front, and Tillman was there on the back check to sweep it away. Tillman sidesteps a check, centers out in front, but behind Porter. Foy gets it. We're going up and down here at Oceanside Ice Arena with 30 seconds left. Olsen chips it up off the high glass. 2-on-1, Tillman. He has Porter coming late to Porter. Porter shot on, and O'Gwen makes another big stop. Ends up being a poor pass from Ferguson, and that'll go for an icing call with 14 seconds left
Well, that was an incredible breakout pass there from Cade Olson. He's on his knees, and he flips that thing off the glass and out for a 2-on-1 from his knees, from his own zone. It's a big chance there for ASU, but an even better save.
Porter trying to retrieve that puck in the corner. 8 seconds left. Colorado's going to elect to try and seal it on the wall. And they'll do just that. End up being another high-scoring period for both of these teams, and it was getting really exciting and action-packed near the end of that second period.
Yeah, we talk about a tale of two halves. You know, first half, ASU really seemed to establish themselves in this game. You know, offensive, defensive zone. They seemed to really kind of hunker down, and they seemed happy to just get in a run-gun game there in the second period, going back and forth with chances. But discipline is going to be the biggest key here in the third period, Brett, because that power play is something that might not be able to be stopped too much longer.
And after 40 minutes of play here at Oceanside Ice Arena, we're going to have a wild finish to this one. I can feel it as Arizona State leads by 2 goals against Colorado by the score of 4-2. We'll be back in just under 15 minutes to bring you live third period action here on Arizona State Hockey YouTube.
Well, I went down to the local arena, asked to see the manager man. He came from his office, said, "Son, can I help you?" Looked at him and said, "Yes, you can." Yeah, I want to drive the Zamboni. Hey, I want to drive the Zamboni. Yes, I do. Now, ever since I was young, it's been my dream that I might drive the Zamboni machine. I get that ice just as slick as could be, and all the kids would look up to me. Hey, I want to drive the Zamboni. Hey, I want to drive the Zamboni. Yes, I do.
without care. Yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My heroes had the heart to live the lives I wanna live. And all I remember
I'd be better off if I were on my own. I try to put my finger on the moment we went wrong, but the taste turned bitter, so I pulled the trigger. Not so easy to move on. I guess I should have known. Ice cold, I freeze up when I see ya. Left you just to find out that I need ya. So far, I wanna pull you closer. I wish we could start the whole thing over. Ever since I left you, I've been trying to get you back, and it keeps getting worse. I'm burning on the inside, and the truth is that I didn't know how good you were until you were gone, 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 until you were gone. Say your prayers, it's a one. Don't forget my son, to include everyone.
And we welcome you back to Oceanside Ice Arena. The tightly contested game here between ASU and Colorado. ASU has the edge 4-2 currently. But a tight second period. A lot of penalty killing from ASU allowed Colorado to get back into this one. And we should be in for a good third period. We're set, pucks on the ice, and we're underway in this third period. ASU looking to finish this weekend on a strong note, finish the weekend 2-1 with a win here against Colorado. Some tight board work, a mid-ice, and Lackey will control the puck and carry into offensive zone. He's tripped up, going down to the corner. And a quick power play will ensue as Jesse Kate will head to the box for tripping. So a chance for ASU here to get on the front foot, maybe flip the script a little bit in terms of power plays here and get their chance at one here. Face-offs won by Colorado and sent all the way down. Marchand back to retrieve. He'll set behind the net and carry out. He'll leave for Lackey. Lackey breaks into the zone. Delays. Looking for Plur, just broken up. And Colorado will retrieve and once again skate the puck down and chip it deep. Marchand back to retrieve again. Fights off a little bit of pressure and heads up ice. He'll drop the puck for Lackey. Lackey goes wide to Plurd. Plurd loses the puck and will retrieve, and ASU heads into the offensive zone. Tillman finds Marchand at the point. Marchand looking to rip it. He will. It's deflected up into the netting. ASU, the quick start here to start this period. Having a little trouble finding their foot here on offensive zone. Looking to kind of force that play through Lackey. Skating up through the middle of the zone there, looking for someone there. But an offensive zone face-off here will help that. Face-offs won by Colorado. Puck retrieved by ASU and held on to. It's DeBolt at the point. DeBolt finds Kylie Ram, who turns. And we'll find DeBolt again. Looking to shoot, he will. And the puck's in the crease. And another wild melee. Goalie Liam O'Gwen seemingly throwing punches in there. He did not seem too happy. There was a loose puck. Anything could have happened there. And it looks like this faceoff's going to come outside of the zone. No, it's going to stay in, maybe? No, it will come outside of the zone. No penalties on that one. Looks like the refs wanted to keep it tame on their end here. Seemingly dishing out any call they can, but the only call here will be a face-off outside of the offensive zone. ASU will start with the puck. Back in their own zone. Jaron DeBolt waits off a defender. Finds Kylie Ram, who starts up ice. He'll head in and chip that puck deep, but once again retrieved by Colorado and sent all the way down. It's definitely been a tale of two power plays here. The Colorado power play looking absolutely lethal, and ASU seeming to stall a bit, finding some zone entry. Bolt will have his pass picked off, and this is going to create a 2-on-1. Colorado. Another save by Eric Garber, a big save. But Colorado's still on the offensive. This puck finds the corner now, and ASU will regroup and regather. Jaron DeBolt looking to flip this one around the boards, and will find the high glass and netting, leading to another face-off in the Arizona State zone. Well, ASU nursing a 2-goal lead here. Some power play time will definitely help that, but they need to look to be lethal on those power plays as well here and create some opportunities for themselves. Face off in the defensive zone now for them, and it's won by Colorado. This one's thrown at the net and just wide. Puck's now in the corner, fighting for it. It's found by ASU and broken out. A possible 3-on-3 here. The puck's chipped deep. Puck fought for in the Colorado zone. Puck now at the half ball. Nice breakout from Colorado. A long stretch pass will go begging for an icing call. .25 left in this third period. Scores 4-2 ASU. ASU looking to stay on the front foot here. Create some opportunities for themselves. We talked about that 3-goal lead earlier. It would be huge now in the third. And a delayed penalty coming up on ASU, just what they did not need. Pucks are on in front, kicked away by Garber. And another shot blocked by Phillips. Well, here we go again, folks. Another Colorado power play. As behind the play, Colorado players tripped up. Draw one by Colorado. Puck's at the half wall and now find the point. And that puck looked like it almost skipped out of the zone. But it's chipped back deep now. And ASU will rim this one around and down. Colorado heading down ice now. Pass picked off by Marchand and headed back towards the Colorado zone. They'll have to retrieve again. And a good job so far from this penalty killing unit. Pearson now with the puck. He'll throw towards the net, saved by Garber. And Colorado retrieves. Shot thrown on from the corner there by Nieslanik. And another save from Eric Garber.
And what do you know, Keanu? Arizona State having to kill off another penalty, as that was something that they've been trying to work on and must have been talked about inside their locker room during the intermission.
Yeah, they were seemingly coming up with different ways to kill off these penalties, and they definitely needed to go back to the drawing board.
Shot goes wide by McConaughey. Borgie works it back around to him. 15 minutes has elapsed. 5 minutes has elapsed in this third period. Borgie stops, waits, trying to hit that seam pass up in the air. Cosnell somehow keeps it in. Erdman takes it away. It's a 2-on-2. Erdman lines one up and whistles it high. Osworth collects the puck, and he doesn't get the greatest angle at it, but he gets it out of his own zone. Ferguson's shot misses wide of Garber. Down low, McConaughey trying to stuff it. Puck's battled around. Borgie's shot gets blocked. And ASU's back to full strength. Clayton Lackey in the corner. Stops, dekes around one, centered in front. Oh, boy, and O'Gwen, maybe the best stop of the night, and he robs Schultz.
Schultz was all alone in front of the net all the time in the world. You might even have a friend in front of the net with him. But he looks to try to pick a corner on O'Gwen, and O'Gwen says no. Big chance for ASU there, goes begging.
Looked like the shooter there could have even opened up a picnic table and get something set up. He had all day there, and O'Gwen waited him out.
Absolutely, a little peanut butter jelly.
I'm a turkey and ham guy myself.
That's fair.
A lot of protein. ASU feeling a little bit heavy under the collar, as Colorado's been pouring it on the forecheck here. Kruk trying to slow it down. Hosworth, hard chip out, and it's going to be an icing call on Hosworth.
Well, ASU definitely finding a little bit more of a footing in this period than what seemed to be in the second period there. Just one subsequent penalty so far, but, I mean, so is Colorado taking one. Keeping it even there, they need to.
Kruk to Hosworth, rimmed around, Palmer finds Tillman. Tillman trying to kick the puck up to his stick, he does. Center down in front, and Cooch couldn't get a shot on. Palmer fans on that opportunity. Kept in. Cooch shot on. And as he released the shot, it's whistled down. And it's going to be an interference call. And it looks to be an ASU player heading to the box.
Well, right when we talk about it, Brett, you know, it seems seemingly on cue. ASU's heading to the box here, and it's a good thing they worked on some penalty killing strategy in the intermission there, because once again, they're going to need it.
And it's not like these are penalties that are saving a goal. Maybe there was one so far in the hockey game, which was Lackey in the second period, but all these are self-inflicted and could be easily stopped.
Yeah, it's pushing and shoving behind the play pretty much.
Colorado works again on the man advantage. Cosnell's shot on. Garber has to leap up and get that rebound. He does. And Colorado still looking very comfortable at home with the man up. Phillips in the circle for ASU. He was red hot in the draw last night. Just right now, he doesn't end up winning it, but he'll squirt out of his own zone. Marchand intercepts the pass. Marchand with it. Marchand shot, misses wide right. McConaughey on the right side. He takes a hard hip check from Marchand. Ferguson walks out with it. Skates through the middle. Shot on from Borghi, and Garber had to move from left to right, but he was able to have his leg meet the post and keep the puck out.
One effort from Garber there. He's keeping him in big time. Colorado finding a couple leaky chances here and there, and Eric Garber having to come up big for ASU here.
And with this only being a 2-goal lead, Colorado's confident that everybody on that bench just knows that if they can get one shot to go in, this is going to be a very tight game towards the finish. DeBolt fakes the slap shot clearance, but he loses possession of the puck. Lackey, he jumps onto it. Lackey by himself. Lackey deeks, and he scores! No doubt about it. Clayton Lackey shot out of a cannon, and he puts that one past O'Gwen, and on a shorthanded goal for Lackey.
That's all day, every day, Brett. The fan throwing a nice hat on the ice there for Clayton Lackey. He's going to flip that one back to the fan. But right away, Clayton Lackey off to the races. You knew that one was earmarked for the back of the net. There was no stopping him. A big goal for ASU there. Talk about that 3-goal lead, especially here in the third. That doubt might start to creep in this Colorado mind now.
Where it seemed that ASU was still stuck in that penalty haze, if you will, as they were trying to go ahead and get that lead to be increased, and it came at such a good time. Clayton Lackey, one of the guys on the ASU roster that you'd want to have the puck on his stick, and no doubt about it on that opportunity.
Hey, no better way to kill a penalty than go down and score a goal on them.
O'Gwen tees it up for his defenseman Ferguson. Colorado having a little trouble getting out of their own zone. They finally do so. Ferguson to Borghi, trying to leave it for Pashenik, but he overskates it. McConaughey shot on, rebound in front, still loose. Play continues, 15 seconds left on the man advantage, and that pass hops over Gosnell, sticking out. ASU has to hurry, though, as they go for the wholesale change. Hosworth hustling out there and causes Ferguson to bobble the puck. McConaughey trying to center that one. Ferguson was the one that touched it. And play continue. Oh, pardon me. It looked like a Colorado player touched it first, and so we'll have it whistled. Looked like Borghi and Kruk jawing at each other after the whistle, and the linesman had to get in the way.
I think Borghi took a little bit of a liberty at Eric Garber there. Kruk not too happy. Garber not too happy either. I saw him skating after Borgie giving him a little lip.
Must have been something significant because you usually don't see Eric Garber get too hot after those after-whistle scrums in front of his crease. Player tape to Palmer. They gain the offensive blue line. Trunco gets pinned up to the wall by Plurd. Palmer ends up working out as he ended up catching a rut in the ice, fell down, but he was able to block any pass and keep the puck in. Keaton Foy over to Bunting, but they get sticked away in the corner. Hosworth in there working. And the defenseman Dow can't keep it in. He has to hustle back. Palmer throws it back in. ASU touches up. Trunco falling down, fighting with Plurd. Franklin comes in fresh off the bench. And he gets to that puck first. Out in front, Marchand with his head up, releases it to Schultz. Schultz, tough pass, he handles it. But the pass behind his line mate Phillips. 9:22 remaining in this third period. Arizona State with a 3-goal lead. Franklin waits. Stops now, ends up overskating the puck, and Marchand has to dump it back in. Cross-ice play, Farrow with a lot of speed and momentum, but Marchand's able to shield the puck out, but maybe missing the mark on the pass as it goes for an icing call.
Well, 8:52 left in this third, Brett. A 3-goal lead for ASU. Seems decently comfortable, but no let-ups can be had, you know. Any sort of penalty or loose shot.
I think I was going to say the penalties, yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's the only bugaboo they might have for them to try and close this one out. Franklin finds Schultz to Phillips. Phillips trying to stay on his feet. He does, gets the shot off, but O'Gwen kicks the left leg out. Erdman by himself, but he falls to the ice, and a great extra effort getting the puck to Cooch. Phillips with the pass off of his stick. Cooch back in his own zone. Erdman chipping it in, but directly to the Colorado's Hartman. Schultz. Cooch wasn't ready for it, and that's going to be an icing call.
Well, a couple loose breakout passes, but overall this seems to be a lot more complete, at least defensive-minded ASU team here in the third period. Seeming to hunker down when they need to, eat some pressure when they need to. Passes could be just slightly more crisp, but you got to do what you got to do in this third to get the W.
Whacking Pashenik in the circle, won by Lackey. The Bolt. Not the greatest pass, and like you were mentioning, ASU having some trouble breaking out with the crisp breakout pass. 2-on-1 for Colorado. Pashenik to Borgie, but the pass was up in the air, and Borgie had no shot at the shooting opportunity.
That was a good job by Erdman there, laying down, taking away any passing opportunity. That was going to have to be the absolute perfect pass to get across there, and I was asking a lot.
High chip off the glass from Gosnell and goes for an icing call. And it'll be important for Arizona State to still play aggressive and not give anything up to Colorado in terms of winning loose puck battles and races, but they might be a little more conservative, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, you don't want to let off the gas, that's for sure, but you know, you want to be smart defensively and smart everywhere on the ice, to be honest, but you don't want to let off the gas.
ASU keeps it in. Connor Kruk goes up in the air. Cleared out by Colorado, but it ends up being another icing call again.
Well, this third period's been icing galore. There's a bunch of errant kind of stretch passes. Seems to be what this game's somewhat resorted to a bit. Looks like this draw is going to come at center ice here. Maybe a linesman making a mistake there on that icing call.
Draw one by ASU, but it ends up going up and out of play, and so we'll have another whistle.
And actually a Colorado power play, or penalty. Looks like ASU will go up a man here. It's a slashing call.
And for Colorado, where we haven't really seen them have too many issues in terms of having penalty trouble tonight, it's probably the worst time to take one.
Yeah, a couple here and there, and this one's probably at the biggest costly time.
Tillman dropping it for Marchand. Marchand ends up getting taken down, and we'll have a whistle as Ferguson was going to be going for a breakaway.
And how about that, how the tides have turned.
So not only they're killing a penalty, but now they're going to be down 2 men.
Golden chance for ASU to snag another goal. Not that it's needed, but definitely eat up at least a minute 40 here that they'll have a 5-on-3 advantage of.
And that's going to be good for Arizona State because most likely Colorado's not going to have any great scoring opportunities during that time. Lackey walks in the one-timer from Tillman, and he heals that shot.
That's a golden opportunity right there. Tillman gets a hold of that thing. That's in the back of the net.
Marchand walks the line, walking in, shooting, and he scores! Seems to be Ty Marchand's night, and he adds one more to the scoreboard.
Oh, how about it, Brett? The man, the myth, the legend, Ty Marchand. This man's been walking a tightrope all night on that blue line, firing pucks left and right, and getting another goal. He's been unstoppable tonight.
Career night for the freshman, Ty Marchand, and something great to see. Was one of the highly touted players coming into the Arizona State program by head coach Austin Klein, and we're really seeing it come to fruition tonight.
Yeah, definitely a top D man out here.
Arizona State still has about 90 seconds left on the man advantage since they scored on the 5-on-3.
That's a beautiful little turn from Marchand there. We just can't give him enough praise right now.
Flair's wrist shot misses high. Might have to write a poem, Keanu, for how well you think of and how highly you think of Ty Marchand.
Well, I'll get to work here and be back next broadcast with something good for you.
Another shot from Marchand, and that was tracked by Agüen. Agüen might be having nightmares about Marchand tonight.
ASU bench jokingly chirping over at Marchand. That one's not going in, but he has no issue firing it.
Marchand hustling to get it. No icing because Colorado's killing off a penalty, which they still have to do for 60 seconds. Elliot Plurd, button hook turn. Dumps it back down as he was getting pressured. Connor Tillman trying to get back up, but he turns it over. Hartman and Lackey fighting for it. Garber comes out. And Marchand moving over to Plurd. .30 seconds left on the power play. Under 5 minutes now to go here in the last game of the weekend for both of these teams. The Bolt chips it back down low, underneath the goal line. Garber banging his stick, letting his teammates know that Colorado's going to be back to even strength. Blevins and Farrow, Palmer in there. Palmer trying to give it over to Kylie Ram, but it's intercepted. Blevins trying to elect for a toe drag move. He loses the puck. He centers out in front, goes through. Dow takes a couple wicked hops in front. Blevins still with it. Blevins shot on, misses. Palmer trying to settle that puck down. It'll get to Porter. Porter ends up taking a hard check from Dow, but gets it in and allows his teammates to go for a change.
Some heavy hitting late here in this game, Brett. Don't want to get roped into anything here, do ASU.
Kruk, wrist shot, blocked by Farrow. And that's where it's going to be important with the referees keeping a lid on stuff like they did in the first and second period. We might have to see a little bit more of that as we go forward. Skating in is Nislanik, and there we go. A couple bodies come together, and linesman trying to whistle it down. And trying to keep things, again, calm, cool, and collected here as there's 3 minutes and change left in the game.
That looked like number 25, Blake Blevins, just zooming into the crease there with maybe what was somewhat a loose puck, but he's just going to go in there and get down and dig, and ASU taking exception to that. They got to stand up for their goalie, but they look like they might be taking a penalty off of it.
Yeah, it looked to be maybe the excessiveness by number 12, Grady Franklin, after that initial skirmish.
Yeah. Seemed to kind of throw Blevins down a bit and give him maybe an extra shot. That extra shot might have just been the one that done it. But up 4 goals here, 3:17 left, Brett. You know, I don't foresee a lot of time for his Colorado team to get back into it. Maybe just something of a morale booster here. But still, ASU want to be tight. You know, they want to build off of this PK and get this thing killed off still.
Colorado wins it. Trunco shot on, blockered away by Garber. Trunco sizing up the shot again. He gives it back to Pate, and it's a beautiful kneeling block by Tanner Schultz. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. Point shot on, rebound in front. Still loose, and it'll come to a friendly ASU stick, and Hosworth dumps it down. If Colorado wants to come back, they're going to have to score quickly. Kruk is able to find Keller and Lackey. Lackey by himself. Lackey, oh, and he rings it off the crossbar and out of play. And Lackey looking for his second of the period there.
Lackey making a bid for another one. This dude just loves goals. In all alone. Once again, you thought that thing was earmarked for the top corner, but I think it might have just got a piece of Liam O'Gwen there and tipped off the crossbar and out.
Draw one by the Buffs, but they're having some trouble breaking it out. Thanks to William Keller on the forecheck. Ferguson. Him and Marchand come together. Play continues. McConaughey's shot on, and that's blocked by Olsen.
Marchand's in the back of the play there, getting tied up with Colorado D-man Jack Ferguson. Both players just got to be smart there. You know, we only got 2 minutes here left. Let's get out here with a nice win. No more sitting in the box. Let Colorado go home sad.
Colorado will still be on the road once they get back to Boulder, as they're going to have to face Oregon and Eugene next weekend. Pashenik. Pashenik still with it. At the point, Pashenik. Ferguson, 30 seconds left on the power play. Shot on and they score. Pashenik was backdoor wide open, and it was a nice shot pass play, and Colorado can tick on another one, cutting the lead to 3.
Well, minute 43 left, Brett. As we said, you know, it wasn't going to be one that probably hurts them in the long run, but definitely a morale booster there for Colorado, something to take with them.
And it was those insurance markers earlier in the period by ASU of giving this lead a cushion just in case there was an opportunity like what Colorado just did of scoring late in the game for them to still have a few goal lead.
But what do you know, the only thing hurting ASU today is that penalty trouble, Brett.
It's going to definitely make it a lot easier for the coaching staff, especially next week, of knowing what to practice.
Yeah, no kidding. You know, defensive zone coverage, penalty kill.
Erdman shipping that one up and out of play. Looks like it ended up getting caught up into the netting, as some of the patrons here at Oceanside Ice Arena had to be a little alert. Erdman pinning his man to the wall, and it ends up getting trickled out. Lackey trying to add one more. Still with it, Clayton Lackey, but Buffs now take it out. Trunco. Bunting. Over to Foy, but he gets pinned to the wall. Now under 60 seconds remain. Lackey has another breakaway. Lackey still with it. Lackey and waiting for it, and it looked to be a save by O'Gwen as he somehow squeezes the leg pads to keep that puck from going in.
My Lord, how many breakaways has Clayton Lackey had today? That guy is fast. Quick little nice move to backhand, looking to kind of just chip and pop it up over O'Gwen, but O'Gwen somehow finding a pad or a blocker or something on that to keep that thing between his legs and out of the net.
15 seconds left now in the game. Plurd. Up to Kruk. Kruk shot on, misses. Played up. 32 seconds left. Farrow is absorbing the check, and it's all but done and dusted. So again, both teams have to keep calm. Hosworth, Plurd helping out his defenseman. 15 seconds left now. Plurd still with it in Schultz, getting tangled up with, looks to be Peterson there, and Hosworth's trying to keep his ASU teammate back, as both linesmen have had to be busy in this contest.
You want to be smart here. You want to be eligible for the next game, Brett. You don't want to do anything here in the last 10 seconds of the game just to show you're a big man.
And the referee's talking to the scorekeeper now. They might maybe run off the rest of this clock, and it looks like they are. And ASU sweeping Colorado here at Oceanside. Something that they have not been able to do in a while, and it's definitely much needed.
Well, a heck of an effort by ASU today. They needed to finish this weekend off strong. They needed to finish off on a winning note. They did absolutely just that. Just a slight lull maybe in the second period there where they ran into some penalty trouble. A little bit here in the third. That's something that they can look to clean up in the future, but ultimately a lot of positives on this night.
As both teams are going through the handshake line, again, it's important. I think we've been in a few in our hockey career of things still a little tempered as you go through that handshake line, but again, at the end of the day, you want to have respect for your opponent.
Yeah, and you want to show some good sportsmanship, you know. Don't be a sore loser. Be bigger than the other guy.
And as before we pan up to our press box here at Oceanside Ice Arena, we always want to show the ASU team thanking the fans here in attendance tonight. A lot of friends and family. I was even talking to them a lot this week that are coming from out of town, and it's great to go ahead and see them and their children have a victory. As we go ahead and get things situated here up in the press box, Brett Vaughn alongside Keanu Noguchi. And Keanu, Arizona State carried over what they took in from yesterday's game of going off to a good start, and it seemed to pay off throughout the game.
Yeah, you know, you always want to start a game hot. You know, never want to have to be battling back all game. You know, you want to start out on that front foot. You want to get that first goal. You want to have that good first shift, and I think they really did do that off the bat here. Like we said, you know, just a little bit of lull in the second, you know, that can happen. I think they did a great, resilient job to fight through that and, you know, find the great opportunities that they had, and, you know, they came away with a win.
And, Keanu, it's that time of the evening to ask who your player of the game is tonight.
Well, I think you know this one, Brett. You know, there's a poem coming down the line here.
Maybe a haiku.
Maybe a haiku. I like that. My player of the game is Ty Marchand. That guy was everywhere tonight. You know, he was commanding that blue line. He was absolutely lethal on the power plays. You know, he had no issue throwing the weight around, stepping in. You know, just a complete effort from him tonight, and I think he ends up with, you know, 2 goals and maybe assist or 2 in there, and, you know, that's a complete effort for me and a dominant one, if that.
Our next broadcast from ASU ACHA Hockey YouTube is going to be this upcoming Wednesday as Arizona State faces arch rivals University of Arizona Wildcats, and that's going to be at 7 o'clock local time, and it's going to be from a special location. It'll be the first men's club hockey game for Arizona State for the program over at the newly built Mullet Arena. It's definitely going to be an occasion that we're all going to be lucky to be a part of, and we hope you join us as well from home. Before we leave tonight, I want to say thank you to a very special group of people that helped make this broadcast possible. I want to say thank you to our cameraman tonight, who was Richard Kumbaya III. Our on-site engineer was Justine Cooper, and our statistician again tonight was the one and only Kelly Chase. For my partner, Keanu Noguchi, I'm Brett Vaughn, reminding you of tonight's final score. Arizona State sweeping the Colorado Buffaloes here this weekend by the score of 6-3. Thank you so much for tuning in, and so long from Oceanside Ice Arena.